let's get started. Does anybody have any ideas what we should be designing here? And just shout them out. I don't know. Let's start with a couple of parameters here. Time period. And culture. We'll start there. Okay, let's do fantasy then. Let's do high fantasy. Creature would be cool. Okay, so high fantasy creature. Kind of creature do you guys think? Nordic mythology, okay. Nordic mythology. Okay, so we'll do Nidhogg. Let's gather some references for Nidhogg. You know what? I'm gonna assume that Nidhogg is a guy. And we're gonna make him a big buff guy because that seems to be appropriate for, you know, the world-ending dragon, right? So let's go with that. I'm gonna see if I can find any good references that are not AI. So let's look up some bodybuilders first to find some references, right? Okay, this should be fine. This guy looks okay, right? We'll just go with this guy, right? Okay, we'll go with that. And let's make it a little bit different. So it says he's a dragon, but there's basically no description as to what the heck he actually looks like. So let's go crazy with it. What are some Nordic animals? So we've got quite a few to choose from, right? So let's this is a good summary. I don't know what most of them I do know what they are. You know, okay, so Nidhogg is supposed to be a dragon. Let's give him some horns, right? Or some antlers. So it looks like there's reindeer in Nordic countries, so let's do some reindeer antlers. So this is how I design creatures. I like to look to nature for lots of inspiration. And I also really like doing tons and tons of research for, you know, kind of the design process. So there's some reindeer. They got really huge antlers. Okay, so that's some good reference. There's also moose, right? So let's look up some moose. Some meeses. We have that in common. I am Canadian, so there's lots of meese here too. Yep. And fun fact is, in Canada we don't call reindeer reindeer. Apparently we call them caribou. That confused the heck out of me for many years, but there we go. Okay, so we got some mooses. All right. Okay, so okay, I think the wolf is a little bit overdone. Honestly, there's so many wolves in Nordic kind of creature anthologies and like their lists. So why don't we go with something like a bear? Yeah, let's go with a bear. Right, we'll use like the bear muzzle, right? Okay, so we got a bear here. Okay, so there's a bear. Let's see if there's anything else. We'll figure out how to incorporate the tusks. I kind of don't want to make him look like an orc, to be honest. I keep forgetting we're going with so let's not make him look too much like an orc, because that would be kind of strange. I think this is a good start. What do you guys think? What kind of wings do you think we should give him? Like, should we give him leathery wings, or should we use, like, feathers? I'm thinking, like, either bat wings, or could scrap the humanoid. We're gonna do both. Let's do the creature version, and then if we got time, we can do the humanoid version. Ooh, this is a good reference. We'll use this. I think I'm going to give him a few more fingers than that. Bat wings are based on the structure of a hand, so they have, like, literally have 5 fingers and a thumb. Yeah, let's give him bat wings, right? Make him really heavy, too. So we want some, like, stone features in him. Okay. Mossy, yeah, I like the mossy idea. We're mainly looking for some shapes, see kind of what we can incorporate. I think maybe, what if we looked at like Nordic runes? on stone, something like that, you know, like stone Nordic runes. I think that'd be pretty cool. So like, you know, we can look at runes with like Nordic symbols and stuff on it. I don't actually know what everything means, so I don't really want to use the actual symbols, but you know, some of the shapes I think we can borrow from. Let's see. Is this Jormungandr? I don't know. I don't know. There you go. There's some... Okay, well, I think that's a good start. So let's start with the overall shape. Okay, so let's make him fly, right? So maybe we'll put the head here, and then like I really want him to be like really heavy looking. I think I'm gonna change the canvas. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees because this is gonna be a horizontal design, I think. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is if we look at the structure of the mooses, they have a really kind of muscular neck, right? So let's give them a muscular neck. Okay, so there's his head, right? And then, like, I think the body, we can maybe go with, like, a bear, you know? See how the bear would look. We'll give him, like, a huge bear body, kind of. Give him a bit of a hunchback look. So maybe, like, what if we made him, like, really heavy looking like this? And, like, give him, like, these huge arms, yeah? So let's make it so that he's not a very good runner, right? Because he just kind of sits at the base of the tree and he eats the tree roots. But I do think he does need like a really big tail because I like really long tails on dragons. Maybe it's just me. Anybody else? I'm gonna make him a little bit smaller here so I can fit his wings in, right? So I think I like the shape of both the moose and the caribou kind of antlers, so let's put in both, yeah? So like we can make the general shape look like a caribou or like a reindeer, but then like, you know, give it a little bit more substance, right? Like the moose horns. You know, kind of like this. And we can also make it a little bit like asymmetrical because he's been around for a long time, kind of thing. Asymmetry is always cool. It usually indicates that like there's been a lot of wear and tear and like things kind of just grew out symmetrically, but because of like just how many years they've lived and like all the things that they've been through and seen, they're a little bit more worn, right? So let's do that. And then like, should we give him like the big moose nose, or is that too much? Let's give him a kind of a semi moose nose. We'll give him like a reindeer nose. And then we can give him like a big jowl, right? Because we want to fit the tusks in from the boar. We can give him like a big heavy jaw here. Make it really heavy set. put some tusks here like this. So I don't want the tusks to be competing with the antlers, right? We made the antlers really big, so we can't make tusks like huge. The other way to approach this would maybe to like make the antlers smaller and then make the tusks like ginormous. But I think Diego from Ice Age has teeth that go this way. Long way, right? So the way that antlers attach to the head is that they kind of have a little stub here on the skull. We can give him like really cute ears, because why not? Yeah. Why not give him like floppy ears? I know, I kind of like that idea. No, I don't think they're floppy. Oh, they're not floppy. Floppy ears are more domesticated animals. Let's not do that. Let's go with kind of like these sideways ears then. And then like we can give him a lip, you know, like the bears have lips that are like prehensile, right? So yeah, let's not do floppy ears. I agree. So no floppy ears. We'll give him like more perked up ears here. Let's do that. All right, we can put in the eye socket here a little bit, make it look a little bit reptilian, you know? I think that'd be cool. And instead of scales, I like the stone idea. So why don't we give him like stone scales, right? So like maybe instead of like we can have stone here and then like we can have like these big, you know, spikes coming out here, yeah? There's some indie ones that came out. They're like, there's not a lot though. Right, we can have these big like spine thingies. And the fun thing is a lot of animals that are ungulates, right? They have like these big spine kind of protrusions in their actual skeleton. So I think this will be interesting. Put this in here, and then like we can give this guy Give this guy like a little beard thingy in the front. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Like this little tuft here. Because I think it's kind of cute, but there needs to be a little bit of a cute factor in this guy. Yeah, maybe don't try to make him your friend, because, like, you know, I'm gonna make a person for scale. This is person, yes. So he's pretty big. There you go. So I think I need another reference for a bear, so I'm gonna look up another grizzly bear, like brown bear. Good picture of a brown bear. Let's see. A grizzly, yeah. So grizzlies have a big hump of like fat here. You put that in, and then like add some more spikes, right? Okay, so internal structure, right? We gotta keep in mind the animal structure is almost the exact same as human structure. So what they got is they have a shoulder blade, the scapula, which comes around here, and then bear shoulders probably looks like it was about there, and then it comes into their, comes over here, and that's their elbow, and then there's their wrist. And the fun thing about bears is, unlike a lot of other creatures, is they walk on their entire hand. So we're gonna give him like these big bear paws, because why not? The bear paws are a little bit too cute. Maybe we can like give him bear claws, but then like give him more of a hand shape, you know? Let's give him longer fingers instead of like toe beans, right? You know, I find things that are like more skeletal scarier looking, because anything else that's like more natural looking kind of just looks cute to me. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna give him pads. Blame movies? Yeah, I get it. Like toe bean pads, because why not? I think he deserves the toe bean pads, even though he's got fingers, kind of. I think the hands are a little bit too big. I think I'm gonna give him some moss instead of a braided beard. Because, like, if somebody braided a beard, right, it'd be like this big on him and it looked kind of odd. So let's make it moss. Yeah. I think the hind legs, let's not go with a bear structure. Why don't we go with, like a more of a ungulate structure? I think that'd be interesting, right? Go with like a caribou structure here. I'm used to calling them caribous. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. So, interesting thing about caribou is that they, you know, that the anatomy is very similar to humans, right? Got pelvis, and then the pelvis kind of comes back like this, and then there's a sit bone here, so like the bone that you're sitting on, it comes out here, and then here there's a connection to the femur, so we can leverage that. So the idea is, like, when you're drawing creatures, you have to kind of take into consideration what the anatomy might look like. It just makes them a little bit more believable, right? So I'm gonna make this guy have some really short thighs. Make the leg come down like this. And then this is the ankle, this is the heel, right? So this little nubule here is the heel. And this will come down like this. And then this is like a finger joint. And then normally deer have like two little finger things, right? They got a split hoof, cloven hooves, if you want to call it that. But that's kind of boring. So I think his arms are a little bit too short. I'm gonna make him have like more humanoid kind of upper body looking arms, and I'm gonna make his legs a little bit longer too. He's starting to look a little pig-like, and that's not very scary. I'm gonna make his body a little bit longer because I want him to look a little bit more graceful than this. Okay, so we're gonna extend the body. Claws back here. You know what? I'm gonna give him those. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna make him fly, right? So I'm gonna make the back part of his body dangle a little bit because that seems to make more sense. Alright, we're gonna put his knee in. That's his knee. Ooh, owl feet would be interesting. Yeah, that structure could work. Let me find some owl feet. Okay, let's give him some owl feet, eh? As the French would say. Move this little guy down here. Thanks. So owls have this interesting thing where they can take their third toe in the front and rotate it to the back as well. So sometimes there's 2 toes in the back and 2 toes in the front. Sometimes there's 3 toes in the front. Kind of depends on what they're feeling. I think give him like boots here too, maybe. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe it'd be too cute. So if it is, I'm gonna get rid of it. But kind of fits. Give him lots of fluff back here. I don't like this angle of the toes. Let's put it back this way. Shape doesn't look good. You can see that I'm like moving around stuff a lot because I want the shapes to read well. So what we don't want is parallel shapes, parallel lines, lines in the same direction, lines of the same length. Usually they're kind of boring to look at. So let's try and make this a little bit more dynamic here. Perfect. Okay, there. We'll give him a long tail. Okay, let's I should make this smaller so I can fit his wings in. Ankylosaurus, like one of those like big. That looks wrong. Let's not go there. So let's stick with that. So his wings are way too big to fit in, and I don't really care. We're just gonna, you know, go with this, right? Because he needs big wings in order to fly. Otherwise, like, he's got, like, these tiny wings. He's not flying, okay? I'm sorry. He is not flying. He needs it to support his chunk. And we'll give him some spines back here. Support the chonk, yeah. No, it's not chunk, it's chonk, okay? It's gotta be C-H-O-N. We're gonna add some more stones, right? And that's the end of his rib cage there, so give him a majestic fluff here, a floof. He needs a floof. Yeah, okay, so let's add some more scales up here. Make this really big and maybe like a little bit, you know, wrinkly, a little worn. So there's Princess Cupcake. There's the back claw. So there's Princess Cupcake, the art design of Nidhogg. The back claw there. It's got opposable thumbs. Okay, so I'm probably not going to clean this up, because I think this is pretty good. Now we'll do the humanoid version very quickly. And so we're going to go back to the bodybuilder, guys. Okay, so I'm going to use this guy as a reference, mainly for the muscle structure, but otherwise, honestly, I kind of feel like he'd be bigger, like he probably wouldn't have the flat abs, he'd be like kind of strongman shaped a little bit, so let's do that instead. I'm gonna give it 20 years. Why not? And I think he needs some facial hair, right? Because like, the creature version, right, has this kind of a mossy kind of a beard thing going on. Let's give him. And then I can get that, and he needs his horns, right? He needs his antlers, so we will add his giant antlers here. Put his arm here. We'll give him some huge biceps here. There's his forearm, right? And gotta make sure you get all the muscles in, yeah. I'm gonna tilt his head a little bit more. He's like tilting it away, right? Tilting it this way. Move his pose a little bit. Don't like this. Move his arm out. So lots of really buff guys have really big lats, and these are these muscles. And because they're so big, their arms don't fit next to their bodies, and that's why you see like big dudes, they're always like walking like this. Mostly because their lats are too big. So let's make his loincloth a little bit more interesting here, right? So since we got rid of his tusks in the humanoid form, I'm gonna stick the tusk here to keep his outfit on, right? Because that makes sense. Why not? Yeah, you can have a tail. We'll stick a tail in. Put a tail here. Let's do some warping on him. See if I can like get him. I think I want to elongate his upper body a little bit. Don't want him to look too stocky, right? Make him look a little bit bigger like that. So we can give him like a strong nose, one of those really strong noses. He's got a strong nose in his creature form, right? Give him some strong brows, heavy set. Give him some good cheekbones, very strong cheekbones, right? Okay, and then now we got to decide on his style of beard. I'll give him a full beard, I think. And give him some little braids in the beard, because that was a suggestion. Because why not, right? Deep set eyes. I don't want to make him look too young because Nidhogg is supposed to be like an ancient creature, right? So we'll give him some like crow's feet wrinkles. You know, give him a little bit of bagging down here. Yeah, doesn't leave the house without the beard. Give him a bit of the nasolabial line here because that makes sense. Gonna give him a really strong jaw because he has a strong jaw in his creature form. I'm gonna give him his pecs. And I want to give it a little bit more shape around the pecs because and then this is the delt. The delt goes on top of the pec here. There's a little divot thing here that's like an empty space. And then put in the other clavicle here. And then we can put in this other divot here. We can put in his delt. And there's 3 heads to the delts. There's one that's like up here in the center. There's a smaller one kind of towards the side here. And they all attach here. Kind of into the brachialis. And the brachialis is right here. I think I made his face a little bit too big, so I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. And then we'll put his abs in. So abs go like this. There's one set on top of the ribs here. This is the rib cage, right? And then you've got 1, 2, and then this is usually where your belly button is. And then you got the last one, which goes all the way down to, well, you know, right? I don't want that to go in too far because I kind of want to give him a little bit more volume around there. Put him a little bit more volume here. Right, and then we've got, I'm gonna move the loincloth down a little bit, and we're gonna get his, this is his pelvis, right? And the reason why guys have this line here is because of their pelvis. This is where the pelvis starts. Guys usually have a belly button that's more flat and horizontal like that. If it was a girl, it'd be more like this. It'd be more of a vertical one. So he's a dude. We're gonna put his belly button in like this. And then I can put in some more of the lobes of the pecs, right? They're separated into kind of different sections. There's the lower pectorials, I forgot what they're called. They're down here. Do you guys care? Teaching you anatomy at the same time. Huh. And then, so we're gonna make sure we put in the lats, and the lats will wrap around here, and they attach kind of in the front here, also to your humerus. And then here we're gonna put in the serratus muscles. The serratus muscles are the finger-like muscles that go from underneath your scapula and attach to, what are these things called on the side again? I don't remember. So we're gonna put in the bicep now, and this is the bicep. And then the forearm muscles actually go on top. And I can never remember the forearm muscles because there's too many of them. So I'm just going to group them. And there is one group that goes like this. And another one that wraps around like this. Right? Which is why you often see a bump in the forearm on like super buff guys like this guy. All right? You see a bump here and then you see another bump because there's two groups of muscles. That second group kind of takes care of the thumb. And then we're going to go down, and on this side, the muscles go kind of wrap around the other way. And there's a section here where it's just kind of bone, and you can feel your bone here. And then like this little bump here is the end of your ulna, which attaches to your carpals. And then you get the hand. And don't forget that the hand actually has like a section here that's the wrist, right? And then that connects into your thumb, which is two digits. Don't mess that up. It's like 2. I'm gonna give him claws because he has them. And like, you know, usually on buff guys, you can see kind of more of the veins as well. So we can put those in. Okay, so there's one of his hands. Are his hands too big? Let's take a look. They are a little bit too big. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. So, hands. I'm gonna draw his other one in here. So there we go. So there's his body, kind of. Let's just fix his bicep here. That doesn't look right. So we're gonna put the tusk here. We're gonna maybe add some like strings, right? Put some knots in here. What are some good like Nordic symbols I can put on him? Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna put some more bones here, I think. Let's fix his arm first. It looks a little odd. Make it fatter. Bring it down a bit. We'll give him some hair first. Okay. So he's got some chest hair, yeah. And the rest of his facial hair. Let me give him like downward turn eyes. I don't know, kind of fits his character a little bit more, I think. Right, okay, so we'll put in his forehead. I'll make the antlers attached to his forehead, I think. Yeah. I think we can give him a few braids back here too, right? Alright, so there we go. We're gonna put the sternocleidomastoid there. Other muscle. So now we can add some embellishments to him. We can, I said bracelets, right? We're gonna maybe some leather bracelets, you know, the ones where you braid. So I think his head got a little bit too big. I'm gonna make his body bigger and make his neck a little bit longer just for the sake of stylization. Okay, so now he's got, I need to put tattoos on him, right? So maybe some of these Nordic tattoos, yes. Let's give him a neck tattoo as well. make sure you keep in mind the volume of things when you're designing stuff, because it needs to wrap around his pecs and stuff. Otherwise, it looks really weird. I think he needs some more tattoos, like everywhere. There you go. Just don't forget that, like, the center bit where the sternum is supposed to be flat. Like, nothing really grows there. Okay. So let's go back to the tattoos here. Alright, okay, I'm like gonna have stuff like kind of dangling off here. Maybe a couple of beads, right? I gotta add his wings in here. I mean, we could add some more stuff to him, like, you know, normally I'd probably want to put a belt here, but it'd cover up his abs, and I'd probably get a revolt if I did that, so let's not do that. Oh, okay. Maybe we could, like, have some, like, spines and stuff coming out of him, because he is a dragon. Yeah, sure. We can have like a big kind of collar thing for him. It's a bit more Egyptian than I would like, but that doesn't look right. I don't like it. Pass. Get rid of it. Maybe a shoulder pad thing, like a. And then, like, we can give him a cape, right? Maybe it's like a fur cape. Let's give him a fur cape. Alright, there we go. Nidhogg. Alright, well, I think that's about it. There's no questions, so thank you all for joining. I will be streaming again next month, and we'll come up with something fun. Okay, in that case, have a good evening, have a good day, wherever you are. See you! Bye-bye!